Hi, welcome to Let's Paint Watercolours with me, Colin. So if you're ready, let's get started. We've picked a full summer scene to paint here, and this will be full of greens, so I have to be careful with the greens so that they don't take your eye out. So they are actually been muted colours for the background, and we will start off with the sky, which is just straightforward yellow ochre in the land. The whole page has been wetted, and I've just stopped out with a paper towel where the lake is. I have masked out some areas, the tree, the stumps, this tree, and a little bit round the house, because I do not want the yellow ochre to go into it. I want a nice crystal clear colour. Burnt sienna, burnt umber. Off with a soft sky. This is a mixture of cobalt blue and light red. I'm just going to pull it into the picture. Maybe a little bit strong. Take some out, just adjust it with the water. Time, just a bit of the same colour into the land, just to unify the painting slightly. Straightforward Aurelian. Down under here. This is the burnt umber and burnt sienna. Some of the burnt sienna and burnt umber off the lake. This will give you a kind of fall of land. I'm using Dale Around paints for this, of burnt umber and French ultramarine. I'll just darken off some of the edges. Stronger at the front than anywhere else. Then we can leave that to dry a little bit. Okay, I've laid the floor of the board flat, sorry, and the shine is just disappearing off the paper, so I just want to test with a darker colour of the cobalt blue and the light red. This is a mixture of cadmium yellow and burnt umber with a touch of Prussian blue, lighten it around the house, just to add some variation. We'll just take out one side of these trees and we will show some sunlight. I want to take some of this out and soften it. That brush is a fully loaded brush with water, and the excess water taken off the kitchen towel. Just lift some paint around the edge of the house, or Aurelian in, or Areolin, just to brighten this area. Okay, once it's dry and it's the paper is still damp, but we're just going to drop in on the right side some Areolin, and we have to paint one bush at a time because we need to separate them, being as there's a mass of bushes. With the background fir trees just wet below where you're going to start, with the mix of the sky colour, which is just cloud colour, the stronger one. Test it first. You want some areas to be dark and some areas, see that's too dark, so I'll take some off. Don't make them all the same length, just taking away any hard edges that may form. Pull a few branches out. Areolin. Strengthen up in some areas. Around here. You can leave that to dry. Now that's dry a little bit, what we can do is just put these fir trees in the back, and I'm just wetting basically a straight line down the trunks. Aurelian and Prussian blue with a fair amount of burnt umber in, just to take the glare away. And that we drop a darker colour of that mix. up. So I want this one. Cadmium yellow, medium, with burnt umber and the Prussian blue. And we're just going to dot, paint in some foliage, slowly getting darker. Come around here, just soften some of these edges down whilst you're still damp, and let's just see if we can get it dark enough. And once you've brought it down to the ground with a damp brush, you can create your shadow. Whilst the mid-ground trees and bushes are still wet, I'm just taking a palette knife and I'm just going to scratch in some of the tree trunks and around the house, because I want the house to really stand out. This is a stronger mix of the green colour. You can shape the land with the stroke of your brush. Re-wet the foreground, have the real strong mix of green. Don't be frightened. I wish to create some light cadmium yellow. Paint round. Just some burnt sienna again on the shoreline. Okay, I normally leave the light to last, but I've decided I'm going to do it first, then we can finish off the painting, and it's just basically mirroring the sky. So we have some yellow ochre. I've re-wet the whole lake area. The board is laying flat. The best way to paint water is not to mess with it for too long. This is the sky colour, which is the cobalt blue, and the light red. It's going to test the strength. Lines. And we move into the cloud mixture, which is a darker mix of the cobalt blue and the light red. And we just put some reflections in. Lighter colour first, dark colour, just let it mingle. Then with the damp brush, it's got that, I think we will pull. We drop the dark mix, Prussian blue and burnt umber. Take the excess off, bring it to a point. Slight reflection in here, so we'll just take now we can leave that to dry. Okay, the lake area is now dry. I've taken all the masking fluid off, and what we're going to do is just going to throw some colour in, really, and we'll just start here with the evergreens. This is just clean water. Then into that I actually just want to drop just a touch of areolin, just to get the colour in. Just drop an underlying tone. A little bit out there, so maybe a bit too much water. You can always adjust your painting as you go along. It's not difficult. Lots of people think that adjusting your watercolours are difficult, and they're not. Wet the roof area of the house. Now this is just raw umber, and I just want to leave some white areas around the house edge. Just want to drop some cobalt blue. Very weak on this side because the sun will be catching it, but just enough to stain the paper so you can see it. That's just a little bit too much. As you see, you can adjust it, you can take it out very gently, just fade everything in. Round to the front, or the back of the house from here, but it's the front of the house. This is straightforward cobalt blue, soften off at the bottom, sky colour. Let's use the cobalt blue and light red whilst the paper is still damp. We can just put shadow in. Again, I need to take some out with the dark mixture of the Prussian blue and burnt umber. Touching where the porch is, but this is the dark space in between the pillars, onto our tree, which is, I'm just putting in a layer of raw umber on the underside. This is just burnt sienna. This is also another dead tree. It's Give Up the Ghost, and once again this is just raw umber. Once you've got the raw umber in, we just move back to the burnt sienna and burnt sienna and burnt umber. Just on the shadow side, I just want to add a shadow. Pull some roots out, and then we need that to dry off slightly. Although I think we can just put, maybe this one might be slightly drier. This is the dark mix of the Prussian blue, just darken the trunks or the branches. This is where the bark will have come off the tree. Maybe we'll get a little bit in here as well, it saves some time. Just where you think it would be. Other set of trees, and this is the dark mix of the Aurelian, burnt umber, cadmium yellow, burnt umber, and Prussian blue. I'm looking just to see how in places. Just on this side of the tree. I'm going to have to turn the border on for this. Okay. Just check we have this in the right place. Come to the top of your fir trees, add a nice dark. This will contrast against the light of the sky. Bring it to the point. This is the Prussian blue and the burnt umber, and as it mixes with the wet colour underneath, it will turn a very dark green, as you can see. To your raw umber, burnt sienna and burnt umber, one side. Take a damp brush and just soften the roots into the grass. Now the trees have dried out a bit, we'll just pop some windows in. This is just a dark grey. To the house we'll just pop in a red door, indicate a bit of thatch. Dead branches to this fir tree. I'll just do a few and turn the camera off. Now, once your fir tree is finished, we can move on to the branches on the dead tree here. I'll just do a couple just to show you how. Welcome back. Hopefully you've got your tree set up like this, all nicely done and finished in, standing out dark against the light. And I've just put some wind streaks in with a craft knife end, and I thought I would just break the edges up here with a little fence which you can just scratch in, add some shadow with some grasses. A bit of texture to the foreground, just soften off the edges. Drop in again down one side. Now we can have some dark grasses going into the pond. Welcome back to the finished painting. As you can see, I've just put some grasses in that grow into the pond. I've just signed it. I put a couple of birds in just to put something into the sky. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration, and if you have and you'd like to see further paintings done, please subscribe and please click the like button. Any comments will be welcome. Thank you very much.